I remember growing houseplants as a kid with my grandmother. They fell out of favor for a little while, but they have found a resurgence recently, especially among the younger generation. I am at Lawrence and Clark Cacti Co. in Old Hickory, Tennessee, and I'm going to join Kim Daft for a discussion about houseplants. Kim, thanks so much for letting us visit today. I want to talk about this group of plants that is broadly what my grandmother would have called philodendrons. She would have just called all of them philodendrons.
Yes, and a lot of these actually are philodendrons. Some are cousin to, sister to, but not quite philodendrons.
Right.
But this is a group of plants that have really come up in popularity in the last couple of years.
Sure.
Some of them have been around a very long time. Anyone around in the 70s knows what a monstera is. This beautiful plant has been popular. It was very, very popular in the 70s.
Right.
Sort of like it was mentioned earlier, went out of style through the 80s and 90s, and then in the 2000s have seen a massive resurgence in popularity.
Sure.
But the Monstera deliciosa likes like a bright indirect light. It really thrives in an indoor environment. And as the plant grows, if it's given the opportunity to go upward on a totem pole, or some people will even add a chain or a branch to the plant, as the plant grows larger upwards, the leaves will actually expand. You'll get more fenestrations, which is the holes,
the openings,
the splits.
right.
Yes, these openings are the fenestrations. This is a primary fenestration. This is a secondary fenestration. So if the plant can go upward, you're going to get more of that.
And even larger leaves.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
It is an aroid plant, which just means in nature it's sort of terrestrial. It'll climb across trees, across soil, and pulls moisture through its aerial roots. Over here, this is a philodendron Brazil. So this is in the philodendron family. Monstera is actually not a true philodendron, but this is. The Brazil has kind of a lemon lime splash with bits of a softer sage green and then the rich dark green.
Right.
Every leaf is a little bit different. You'll see some segments have tons of neon in them, but they are really beautiful specimens. Fantastic grower indoors in an indirect light as well.
Right, and this can be grown either as a hanging basket plant where it will trail and hang and be beautiful, or you could also put this on a totem.
Absolutely.
Same thing with the pothos, and I think this is another one that everybody will recognize.
Yes, this is a golden pothos, a Hawaiian golden pothos to be specific. This particular variety has more of the bright yellow splashes, and if this plant is allowed to grow upwards on a totem pole such as this, if it can get that upward growth, these will actually split and look very similar to a monstera. It's a really unique plant in that as the leaves develop, they can get so large they will develop splits if they can go vertical long enough.
Now, this one is a beautiful plant, also a philodendron.
It is.
But more of a silvery leaf form.
So this is the silver sword philodendron. Their juvenile leaves are very tapered and rounded, almost teardrop shaped. But as they mature, the reason they're called a silver sword, you'll see a flattening and sort of more of a pull at the back of the leaf. It really does develop a look that looks like a sword, which is why it's called the silver sword. The leaves get larger and more tapered. It's really, really beautiful, and it always has this gorgeous silver. And this is another one that does really, ideally it's going to grow best vertical if it can. Yeah,
right.
Absolutely.
And I think here's a really great image of an example of what you've just been talking about as far as immature leaves, these kind of teardropped or almost oval shaped leaves down here at the bottom, which are the immature foliage. And then as this plant grows upward on this trellis, you can see that the leaves actually change. We call that scientifically a change in leaf morphology.
Yes. Yes. And this is a Rhaphidophora decursiva, also known as a dragon tail. This one obviously has been trained to grow on a trellis versus a totem. Either one works, anything works. But look at the shape of this leaf as it matures. It's just beautiful. Really, really unique design as they get larger. And Rhaphidophora is a rapid growing aroid. I've had them grow as much as 6 to 8 feet in a year.
Right.
So they will vine upwards, climb everywhere if given the opportunity.
Sure. Talk a little bit about care of this group of plants. And I know that's a broad assumption, but
So largely philodendrons they like a moist environment, but they really need to dry. They truly need a well-draining soil. So when we repot them, we'll typically put them in a mixture, especially if they're larger, in like a cactus mix that has those extra soil amendments, perlite, sand, so that they get the moisture that they need, but they also have a substantial amount of drainage.
if you were to find these growing in the wild, they would be growing in the leaf litter on the jungle floor.
Precisely.
So
precisely.
not in
they're not going to be.
They're not going to be in heavy clay Tennessee soil or anything like that.
No.
They're going to be growing in a very loose, porous, open medium.
Oftentimes climbing up trees, climbing up branches, climbing across the floor, like you said, and in the environment that they're in, their roots are designed to adhere to the surfaces around them so that they can pull themselves and have stability through various weather conditions.
Right. I'm going to reach over here and grab one more plant real quick because I want to talk about this cute little guy.
Yes, so this is another Rhaphidophora. This is a shingle plant. As he grows, he flattens his leaves along the wood and will again adhere himself to the surface as he's growing upwards.
So if you put this on a tall, flat, when you repot this, say you come here, take him home for yours, put him on a taller, flat piece of wood, and he'll grow all the way up and shingle himself all the way up.
Absolutely. And you can even co-plant him in with another plant. I have one in my greenhouse that's potted up with a Ficus audrey. So I have it at the base of the trunk so that it can climb upwards since they both like similar soil conditions.
Gotcha. That's great. Any other advice for people who might want to grow some of these plants at home? Kind of bright indirect light like we're seeing coming in this window here that we're in front of.
So bright indirect ideally is going to be a north or east facing window, or if it's south or west facing, we want to be across from that window or several feet away from it. Especially older windows, it's going to be more intense. Newer windows will have enough filters, you can be a little bit closer.
Right.
Also, you can correct underwatering. If a plant gets thirsty, they're going to look a little droopy. That's very easy to water and correct. When you overwater, especially with philodendrons, the overwatering will rot the root system of the plant, and you basically have to treat them for the infection they've developed, and then redevelop that entire system of roots so that it can pull the nutrients it needs.
For as many years as I've been in the horticulture world, I think probably I've seen more plants of any kind killed by overwatering than underwatering. Every time.
Every time.
Thank you so much for being with us today,
for
giving our viewers a look into this world of aroids. And it's fun to be here, and I really appreciate your time.
Well, thank you for coming out.
If you liked this video, we've got a wide range of gardening related topics here on our channel. Home garden tours, plant showcases, tips from growers, and much more. Take a dive into our archive and be sure to click to subscribe so you can catch all of our new topics. Until next time.